I hope you enjoyed that selection. I will be featuring a lot of underground, undiscovered artists today throughout the show, and along with giving you some information and giving you some knowledge about the community as well, the information it's going to be about. But with that being said, welcome back to another Saturday. Thank you for joining me. As you see, the queen sits alone today on her court, but that's cool. Brother is out grinding. He's participating. He's being a drummer for Crank Lakonga, which is Matt Swapgini, one of our guests here. He offered Brother Lance to come out and do some sets with them, and that's what Brother Lance been doing, some sets. And you guys heard previously he were at the Ocean City event, musical. I think it was called the Musical by the Water Marathon event. That was also with Crank Lakongo's Matt Swap McGinney's band as well. Brother Lance provided them with the drums. That's what he's doing today as well. That's why he's not here with me. And we got to do our creativities. We don't just have one craft; we have several. So pardon his absence, and I'm gonna do my best to give you everything that I have to give you today. To give you an upcap on our last week, Brother Lawrence is still in the studio secretly working on his revealing that he will be probably get ready to reveal you guys what he's been working on, this documentary, this soundtrack for this super special documentary that's going to be coming out. That's as much as information I can give you on that. But you know the person, you know what the document is going to be. Once we tell you these top pieces to that information of this documentary that's being done, you guys going to know exactly who and where it's all about. So stay tuned for that. Don't sleep. As I always say, please don't sleep on the dynamic duo of 2GO. So he's been working on that. He's also been getting me some music so I can get ready to get in the studio and start doing my conscious music. He's been finding me some lot of music with more, not so much in like your regular music formats. These are like more music that we're looking for that has more instrumental and sounds, and they're bringing more of the sound to life than more so just the lyrics that's going to be put to it. So that's what we're looking for, and that's the process we're starting with now. We're just looking for the perfect music to go with the new creativity of our conscious music journey, which we're going to be starting soon, probably towards the end of this year, going into 2020. Also, for myself, that was part of my art that I'll be crafting, that I'm working on. I'm still trying to get done, completed the videos for the three singles that I have out in distribution, which is Back When and Thinking of You, which you heard last week, and Boss Hard. I think I played that also last week, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll try to get to play those for you again today. If I didn't play them for you last week, I don't think I did, but I'll get those singles played for you today throughout which is part of the underground, undiscovered artists music repertoire that I have stored here on my drive. So with that being said, me working on new music, conscious music, um, trying to get back in shape, to get back into some, hopefully been auditioning for some plays. I've been going out to some casting calls. So for the up 2020, I'm trying to get into more filming and plays. I'm doing more Broadway plays and stuff like that. So I also been working on that as well, trying to get in all the who's and what's what, because it's depending on who you know that can get your foot in the door and certain a lot of these lanes of entertainment that if you have multiple crafts like myself, which is being the host for the show, my music, singing, writing, modeling, acting, and working my way back into the dancing because I just got these two new knees, so I'm working my way back into the dancing part. But that's what's coming up for myself, your girl. Um, and my queen co-host that was here, that's starting out for the month. She's going to be going all the way up until November with us. She's absent today because she's tending another outdoor event. I think this weekend is going to be like the last weekend for a lot of outdoor events before the big Halloween thing. But yeah, she's at the Ivory City. It's the Cromwell. It's 411. Let me get you the right information. It's for the unveiling of the mirror that, if you guys remember, I did the block party. I provided the entertainment for the block party for the Cromwell School, Save Ivory City, the families of Ivory City, and this is just some additional information from. She's the assistant director on Empower DC that covers a lot of communities, such as historic and communities. What they do, they go around and they try to get the reservations for these historical landmarks, because all these new developers, they come in, and what they do is, without even care to the people who lived in these neighborhoods and for generations and gotten familiar and made part of this historic and landmarks, they're part of their legacy and their growth. And then the communities, these new developers, they come in and they don't have any regards to, what was before them. Like, we don't have history here. Like, this is just open, free market land. And a lot of these things, that's what Empower DC does. They cover a lot of, talks and walks and legislations, getting things signed. So, like to hold up permits for building, especially if they coming in to try to take over. Like, they just did one for Anacostia. They did one for Berry Farms. Like I said, the Cromwell Ivory City one, and they do be doing revealing the mirror, because that one was a successful litigation that won over to the community of Ivory City. The people did win that, and that's where Sabrina is today. So they, the whole community got together. Everybody put piece of painted in something, other drawing of the idea of this mural for this family community of Ivory City over there in Northeast. And it's so wonderful that the smokehouse, the Ivory City Smokehouse, and the Pro Fish people, they all came into a grievance emerging to allowing them to provide a playground for the kids in the community, and parking for those new businesses that's over there in that area. So that's where the queen is today. She's this is the last part of that fight for Alexander Cromwell Elementary School District, which is the Ivory City District over there in Northeast off of West Virginia Avenue, right there in that little sector between Mount Olive and West Virginia. And the unveiling of the wall, that's what I was getting, you guys. What they're doing today is it's the Ivory City visual mural unveiling. It's a bit, you can go by there later today or sometime today, and see this beautiful mural that they painted. It's all types of all of our brown people mixed together on this mirror. It signifies most of the people that have resided and have businesses and stuff in that community. And if you can go to Instagram and go to 411 Collective, and you can see the anniversary of the visual of the mural being unveiling today. They also got that live streaming going for you, and you can be able to pick that up. And it starts at, I think, at 5 5 to 7, I believe. They're going to have a DJ out there. It's going to be like a little small block party, like somewhat what we did the first time when we went over there to help them with this Cromwell Elementary School. So if you get a chance, like I said, it's a lot of outdoor events going on today. So if you get a chance after the show or during the show, you're like, damn, I'm gonna go catch that. So yes, the Reeves, like I said, Brother Lawrence, he's participating. He's playing his drums with the band as they're playing. They're closing out the show. They're closing out all the bands at the Reeves Center Day. I think that's part of the Georgia Avenue Day. They just made it called the Reeves Center Day, but it's going to be right there at Georgia Avenue. I think that's at 14th and Georgia Avenue, if I'm not mistaken, where that's going to be going on at. And it's going to be going all the way up. A lot of different spots on Georgia Avenue. You know how they do Georgia Avenue Day. A lot of businesses, they come out and participate on the sidewalk and music. And it's a lot of festivities. And for what I read, it's about at least 6 or 7 bands, good bands. So different types of music. You got jazz, you got reggae, you got go-go. So if you can get over there, it's been started at 11, and I think it's going to end at 6. That's the Reed Center event. Mayor Browser is hosting that today off of Georgia Avenue. And like I said, the Ivy City event, the unveiling of the mural will be today between 5 and 7, which is also food and DJ at that event available. It's for free too. So those are some events if you and a family want to get out and enjoy some of this not too cold weather today, because yesterday was extremely cold, but those are some events you can go out and try to take part in. So with that being said, I wanted to just get into some things with you that I have been researching and reading over. I brought back the birthday books. I will be going over people's birthdays, whose birthdays today. And I will do the honor of doing the owner of the station's birthdays coming up as well. So I'm going to read his birthday numbers and all details of his birthday date. So we got some treats for you today, some juice. So you got to don't sleep. Like I always say, you got to stay tuned so you can find out this info, because this could be somebody birthday. And I'm also going to go into my Mystical Secrets for Wealth and Health and Happiness book. And what I wanted to discuss to you in this book is basically I want to discuss the flowers and why should we know of them, the true truth of the flowers. I'm talking about roses, lilies, gardenias, all types of flowers. I'm going to give you the water lilies, daisies. I'm going to give you some of the true meanings of how they were manifested and why they were manifested and called what they named, why they're being named the ways they, like a rose is being named a rose. I'm going to give you the meaning why the rose is called a rose. So in other words, I'm going to get that for you. And I also got some magical recipes. I got a recipe for secret recipes to give you energy. I got recipes for love. I got recipes for stuff you can cook that has these affirmations in them. Like I got a thing in here called Love Salsa. We got the honey apple pie for beauty and youth. I mean, you would not believe what this book can give you. I mean, I got so many secrets in this book, you guys. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. The flowers and why we should know of them and their true names, and magical recipes. So that's what I'm going to give you out of this book. So, and I'm also going to give you my normal, which is the word on the street, dealing with the community. I have a lot of information that I have gathered for you over this past week. I went to a couple of resource centers throughout the week, and I will share those. If you guys will follow me on my page, you saw that I was at a couple of, one was a Healthy Eat Well event, and the second one was this place called Suit for Change. Suited for Change. And it's a place where people can go. It's a program you have to go through the resource centers in your neighborhood, like Bread for the City or some and places like that. Like I said, I'm going to give you all that information once I get to the community and the word on the street. So I got a lot of information for you. So with that being said, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to give you another musical selection of one of the underground artists that I have in my music library here. And this artist is an artist that I had the pleasure of going through their neighborhood one summer. I think it was like 2 summers ago. And this young man is very, very talented. And then he was going underneath another name. I think he changed his rap name now. You know how we local artists do. You know, when we can't vibe off of one thing, we switch it up, try to reinvent it, and level it up and get new image, new looks, new names, new rap names. However they do it. I don't go through the changes, but you got a lot of artists that do. They reinvent themselves over and over again until something sticks. So this is one young man. His name was Political Young Kirk back then, but now I believe he's changed his name to Humbly Gifted, and some of these lyrics may be a little itchy for the ears, but this is our talent right here in DC. Like I said, his name is now Humbly Gifted, and he's right from Ward 8. And this is one of his songs. This is called Boss. Let me see if I can pull this up for you. Very talented. Just check out his flow and his lyrics. Very talented. Maybe a little explicit, but just check him out. The brother is very talented. And believe it or not, he wrote a couple of R&B songs through all this hardcore rapping that he do.
Gang, gang. Baby! Niggas playing with they life, wanna act like a broad. Pussy. You wanna know the squad with D-Rock gang guards. Old dog was with me when I ran across the beat. But now I'm finna take this shit to the streets. I dropped it on the stove and put my wrist to work. Scope be on the block, finessing things the worst. Juices spin your block and turn your back to dirt. My niggas bout that action, don't need to rehearse. I creep with the heat, my llama give a roll call. I pull up on your block and shoot you in your road dogs. I'm a bird, I'm a plane, they like oh God. I shoot you in your brain, I'm having doors are barred. Ayy, ain't no mercy, nigga. Fuck your mercy, nigga. Ayy, sweet shit music, nigga. Bitch, we do this, nigga. Ayy, fuck your mercy, nigga. Ain't no mercy, nigga. Yeah, sweet shit music, nigga. Bitch, we do this, nigga. Real nigga since day one, I never fake my life. Man, he used to ask for clothes, I put that shit on Jesus Christ. That boy be acting hard, but I know you's a bitch, so I ain't worried about nothing, cause I know your ass ain't doing shit. Fuck is wrong with niggas, keep bucking this shit. Since they put them cameras in the hood, niggas bluffing this shit. You niggas need to stop, stop that fucking this shit. Before I get the last one, got you running and ducking this shit. I be that motherfucker that would take your life. This sweet shit music, nigga, like I kicked you twice. No mic, but take flight, bitch, I jump like Mike. I slam dunk in your bitch, she open overnight. Shells in my heat, I make them lift you up. You niggas niggas acting smoky off that angel dust. I'm OG and your bitches down to ride with me. Pull on your block, I get the shoot unless she drive the Jeep. Niggas saying that it's crazy how she rock for me, but ain't shit crazy how a young nigga diving deep. Collateral, no Jamie Foxx, not even Tom C. Bombs away, got Super Bowl rings, just like I'm Tom B.
Local artist, hey. Alrighty. Let me see if I can find you another one. His local artist as well. Like I said, that young man was from Ward 8. His name is Humbly Gifted. And like I said, he has other types of music as well, other than the hardcore rap. Like I said, I don't know if I have his that R&B song that he made. See if I can find it for you guys. But and also the other artists that I have in my file, other than myself, would be a young man. I don't believe he's no longer with us above ground. Unfortunately, he fell demise to the streets, and I was trying to get him on the show several times, him and his twin brother. And his name is Double R, and I believe this is his cut. And I told his brother I'll always keep it on file and keep it in memory of him, and I'll play it. I believe this is his cut right here. Check this out. Other than that, let me see. I found my other song. This one is produced by Brother Lance's son, so Kid Exclusive. He done the music, Brother Lance did the engineering, and I did the lyrics. Back when.
And now you're here with me, sharing a quiet, intimate fantasy. Let's take a trip back to the day when I used to call you my sweet thing. That was a feeling I'll never trade. But then you came around and took your love away. I'm so happy, have no fear. I need you to walk away from here. Have my love going up and down. I can't keep my feet on solid ground. I'm so happy, have no fear. I need you to walk away from here. Have my love going up and down. I can't keep my feet on solid ground. I fell in love with me. Loving myself is the best reality. When the next time love come around, I'll have my feet planted on solid ground. I wanna love so real, so deep, that will always remain inside of me. I'm so happy, have no fear. I need you to walk away from here.
So that was back when, like I said, that was produced. The music was produced by Kid Exclusive, Brother Lance's son, who is he done work for Jasmine Sullivan. So you know it was an honor for me to get his music on a track. And he done work for Jasmine Sullivan, Maya, a lot of DC artists. Kid has worked with and for Raheem Devon, a lot of them. So he's very great at what he do. Also, see if I can find this young man called. I had his music called Katero Shemigami, who is part of the second generations of Outlaw, where 2GO name was driven from. That's how I got the name for the podcast and the radio station from my son's group. And they have several music out. They basically started out in Atlanta, and then we came to DC. This is my nephew who is in. His name is Ghost. One Shot Jones Ghost, not Ghost that works here. Ghost that be here with me, not DJ Ghost. But this is my nephew, and this is his song, and this is called Court 45 by One Shot Jones. Check it out. Alright, here's Double R's song. And it's called The Young Man I Told You That's Not With Us Anymore. I found this song. It's a great song because it's called Dipping Sauce. So check it out. Play for
You know I go hard.
Rip Double R. Rest in heaven, my man. Rest in heaven.
Yeah. Going hard in the field, cause it's killed to be killed. Pop the sales, I'm like ill. Call a doc for my ops. Like a pill that got popped. Like the sign that got stopped. The latest forms got cops. Fendi eyes on alert. DJ Jason like work. I'm coming up like a bird. I'm dripping sauce with the vert. Medusa face on my shirt. Same face on my belt. Mama said I need help. I'm in calm with myself. Ain't worried about nobody else. Same face on my belt. Mama said I need help. Mama said I need help. I'm in calm with myself. Going hard in the field. Cause it's killed, don't be killed. Pop the sales, I'm like ill. You know I go hard. Same face on my belt. Mama said I need help. Mama said I need help. I'm in calm with myself. Mama said I need help. I'm in calm with myself. You know I go hard. The latest foreigns got cops. 50 eyes on alert. DJ Jenny some like work. I'm coming up like a bird. I'm dripping sauce with the vert. The latest foreigns got cops. 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 DJ Jenny some like work. DJ Jenny some like work. DJ Jenny some like work. You know I go hard. I'm dripping sauce with the vert. I'm dripping sauce with the vert. I'm dripping sauce with the vert. Coming up like a bird. I'm dripping sauce with the vert. Coming up like a bird. I'm dripping sauce with the vert. Coming up like a bird. Coming up like a bird. Coming up like a bird.
Hey, rest in peace, Double R. That was Drippin' Sauce. Okay, that was another local undiscovered artist here in the DMV, also from Ward 8. And let me think back. I think I got a few more here. You know, these are the different flavors and things that, you know, that driven from our communities, from our different styles of walk. I don't know if you can tell the difference in the rappers. The two young men that I have played so far, the difference in their sound and the difference in their stories. You know, one was more like he was like hardcore, and Double R, he was more like a laid back type of writer, and noticed in his music. But I have one more for you, and this is by Dwayne J, and this is called Grown Man. He's a local artist, right? I believe he's from 301, which is Prince George's County, so check him out.
Good evening, ladies. I go by the name of Dwayne J, and I'll be your entertainment for tonight. Now all I really need you to do is to sit back, relax, pour up another glass of that wine because it's so fine, like the young lady that's holding the glass, and enjoy the melodies that we call the Lord. Are you ready?
She's beautiful, educated, hope she says she models. Cause the way she likes to dance, she's like a genie in a bottle. Don't mean to be rude, but baby, tell me, what is your name? She say her name Shamika, and she don't like to play around. She say that she's from Cali, but her curves make me think H-Town. Let's just say that we both got tired again. Now I'ma lay your body down, baby. I got plans for you. Baby, I'm just trying to get my grown man on with you.
See, baby girl, we can do it.
Your way or my way, whatever you like to do. Baby, I'm just trying to get my grown man on with you. Baby, if you were my girl, we do whatever you like. You got me weak in the knees. It's like your love is my kryptonite.
She's got a thing for poets, but baby, see, I rap too. Treat me like I'm August and kiss all over my tattoos.
Baby, wait till you see what I got planned tonight.
What you wanna drink?
We can sip on Patron or Ciroc, or better yet, that champagne. We can sip whatever, girl, cause babe, I do my damn thing. Bet you never had nothing like this before in your life. Now I'ma lay your body down, baby. I got plans for you. Baby, I'm just trying to get my grown man on with you.
See, baby girl, we can do it.
Your way or my way, whatever you like to do. Baby, I'm just trying to get my grown man on with you.
You say that you a diamond, nah, baby, you a star. Cause you listen from a distance, baby, you know who you are. So come over, come over to me, to me. So you say that you's a diamond, nah, baby, you a star. Cause you listen from a distance, baby, you know who you are. So come over, come over to me, to me.
Now I'ma lay your body down, baby. I got plans for you. Baby, I'm just trying to get my grown man on with you.
See, baby girl, we can do it.
Your way or my way, whatever you like to do. Baby, I'm just trying to get my grown man on with you.
All right. Grown man. Dwayne Johnson. that was Sweet and Mellow by Dwayne Jones. So, let me get another one for you of a local. See, we got so much talent here in DC and Maryland, Virginia. It's ridiculous. These people are creating this music on their own dime and time. And just like myself, an undiscovered artist, we serious about our art stuff. So that's why I want to give these people the homage of paying their music and letting you guys hear the different types of talent that we have here in the DMV. Because if you don't know, you don't know. That's why I got to tell y'all. Somebody got to tell somebody. So that's what I do. So if you have any of your independent music, if you would like to be played on the air, just give your girl a call or go to my DM or my Instagram page or my Facebook page and hit me up and say, hey, I got some music I want you to play on your show. You know, and also you can possibly get an interview with your music. You know, you come on and do a performance right here in the studio. We can do all that. So that was Dwayne Jones, and that was his music. Now find some more music for you. I'm trying to find. This is the R&B song of that first underground artist that I played for you, Humbly Gifted. This is his R&B side. Now check it out. Now you heard his hardcore side. Now check out his R&B side. And I think this was such a flip. When a person go from hardcore to rapping like this. Now you heard how hard his first song was. This is his song called Love. Check it out. Humbly and Gifted.
Hello? Hello? Yeah. Yeah.
Girl, you know who we are, and you know who we supposed to be. Girl, you know who we are, and you know just how we supposed to be. I wanna make you feel love, love, love. I wanna make you feel love. I wanna make you feel love, love, love. I wanna make you feel love. Girl, I'ma make you.
Girl, I first about to do with that dress on. Tell her take a little dress off. Don't wanna treat you like a hoe, but it is something I won't really let you know, yeah. His penny I turn into gold, yeah. Look, front stroke, back stroke, in and out, grind slow, I bust it open. Baby girl, if you don't know a real man, listen here, I'm finna show you. Out here, we out here like all day. They sweating us, they need deodorant. I hold your waist, I kiss your face in the bedroom, girl, like in the open. Side chicks mad, they ain't got me, so you ain't even gotta worry about them. Yeah, I had them, some I tagged them, I ain't lying, they ain't get another night around me, cause I'm rocking with you, girl. I want you, know I'm here forever. Baby girl, we picture perfect like a portrait, masterpieces last forever. Yes, I got you, I'ma get you. If you need me, I'll leave and give a kidney. I'm addicted to your love, it's like a drug, baby girl. We Bobby Whitney, baby, don't you show up at my work site. Listen here, don't try to tempt me, cause I'll beat you back in all night. No Memphis, I'm a grizzly, cause all I want is you. You know, girl, I got you, and I'm all in with you. You know how I'm rockin', I tell these girls they fool. Shock attack, you know I'm blocking, cause all I want is you. Baby!
You know who we are, and you know who we supposed to be. Girl, you know who we are, and you know just how we supposed to be. I wanna make you feel love, love, love. I wanna make you feel love. I wanna make you feel love. I wanna make you feel love, love, love. I wanna make love. Girl, I'ma make you.
She looking the best when she out of the clothes. Whoa, I ain't feeling them hoes, no. I show her that I really want her. 35 slam dunk, no thunder. I never been a bummer, no rich gang, but you know we steady stunting. Baby, keep me coming. Sex good, so you know I keep her coming. Baby, why you keep on running? Is it cause I'm beastin', baby? You're my beauty. Yeah, you're such a cutie. Officer, I would like to hit you while you on duty. Yeah, while you on duty, handcuff me, baby, we can get naughty if you want, really get into it. Take you out, let's spin a bankroll. Take you places that you can't go. Got your feet in sand while I kiss your hand. Ocean view, God truly knows that relax the soul. Yeah, hey, cause you know I want you.
Baby, you know who we are, and you know what we supposed to be. Girl, you know what we are. And you know just how we supposed to be. I wanna make you feel love, love, love. I wanna make you feel love. I wanna make you feel love, love, love. I wanna make you feel love. Girl, I'ma make you.
All right, that was from Humble and Gifted from Ward 8. That's right. That was the first rapper song I played, the hardcore one, and that's his softer side. See, we got some cultivated people in Ward 8 that know how to do some things. Now, you wouldn't even think that same young man did the first rap, did this song here, the one I just played. But don't sleep on your talent in Ward 8, because we got it. Here's some more talent, I believe. And you know, the song before that with Dwayne J, that's from 301, Prince George's County. So I told you, we got the musical talent right here in the DMV. Yeah, you better stop sleeping on us. Stop sleeping on us. And this is from another young man. He's in Atlanta. I had means of meeting him when I did the Royal Blunt Meteor Expo 3 years ago. And this is his song, and his name is Mario, and the name of this cut is called It. Check it out. Another undiscovered artist that's grinding on their own.
Yeah. You're now rocking to the sounds of the Prince of the Cat.
Mario from the ATL.
Yeah. Yeah. I am so far from regular, forever. I took the T. I settle. Competition, your guillotine. Beheading you. Get a suit blade. I go hard. The rapper shredder. I am so far from regular, forever. I took the T. I settle. Competition, your guillotine. Beheading you. Get a suit blade. I go hard. The rapper shredder. Y'all niggas trying to test my mental, wanna see if the clip for. She passed me the stick. I show the ass how to get low. Yeah. It's not an option. Get it popping like Crisco. With the glove off the late Michael, you would think it's a disco. Ooh, give me the light. I think I'm ready for the big screen. Fast money, loud pipe. Couple jeans in my street dream. Mastermind the whole thing. Yeah. Play out the last scene. Left the crime scene with the mask off of that flick screen. War skillet, they ain't won't do that. Kinda pointless if they focus ain't in tune with that. How I'm speaking with a purpose, cause these features come with hearses. Cutting deeper through your verses and aligning out your verses. Me, I am so far from regular, forever. I took the T. I settle. Competition, your guillotine. Beheading you. Get a suit blade. I go hard. The rapper shredder. I am so far from regular, forever. I took the T. I settle. Competition, your guillotine. Beheading you. Get a suit blade. I go hard. The rapper shredder. Painting pictures, call him Skilly Da Vinci with this. Venom what I give him, notice something, I'ma kill him. Every step is calculated. There's no media takeout. Say I'm infecting the mass. Where the fuck is the breakout? Stakeout, plotting on the next venue to take out. No Duncan Hine and Betty Crotcher, trying to see with the cake by my Geechee dialect. How I speak is direct. Speaking ether got me deep in your speaker with drumline features. It's the calculac, gorilla yellow tip in the boot. Need a casket or an urn, but this shit ain't for you. Acts of perfection, and this is how I give it to you. Alakazam, when the smoke clears, we gon' sort out the proof. It's the prince. I am so far from regular, forever the I to the T. Settle, competition, your guillotine, beheading you, getting some blade. I go hard, the rapper shredder. I am so far from regular, forever the I to the T. Settle, competition, your guillotine, beheading you, getting some blade. I go hard, the rapper shredder.
Shots at the end. That was Mario Call It, a local undiscovered artist from the ATL. So I told your girl got you on a lot of undiscovered artists. So if you heard anything that you like, just hit your girl up on the entity and just let me know. Hey, that song you played by Mario from ATL, where can I get that, brother? Or Dwayne J from the 301, or Gifted and Humble and Gifted from Ward 8, and as you know, Double R, peace and rest in peace. But let me see who else I have it here for you in my undiscovered local artist music library. Don't sleep. There's a lot of talent out here, and they got a lot of heat on the beat. So let me see if I can find another artist. I used to get so much music from talented people. You wouldn't believe. People that have serious jobs and really got gifted songwriting and just really talented people. And you can't sleep, on these people. Because before you know it, they undiscovered. Before you know it, they'll be discovered. So you gotta stay up on it. You gotta stay up on it. Now, I finally found a song made by the second generations of Outlaw, and this is I don't know. I'll play that one because that one kind of explicit lyrics, but I thought I had some more music from the Outlaws. Matter of fact, yes I do. This is from Katero Shimigami, My Seed, My Son. This is his song called Shimigami, and this was produced in our home studio right in Northeast, and he arranged it, he bought the beat, and he rapped to it and recorded himself. And it was just a magical thing to see when your child can really bring something that you have inside of you out of them. I had no idea my child would be into music, but I guess it's been in my blood from my ancestors and my uncles and aunts. My mom don't sing a lick. But I got it from somewhere, so now this is his talent, and this is called Just Know. I thought it was the Shimigami story, but this one is Just Know. I was trying to find his Shimigami story because it's a very, very powerful piece. but I will have to let you hear Just Know by Katero Shimigami, My Seed, My Son. Check it out. His talents. Local, undiscovered artist as well. Come on, machine. Okay, here we go. Don't sleep on the undiscovered artists here in the district. Alrighty, here we go. Katero Shimigami, Just Know, My Son, of second generations of outlaw, where I got 2GO from.
All the way from the district of Charlotte, see, I'm back up on my shit.
One Shot Joe. Katero Shimigami. Troublesome Nelson. Those are the components of 2GO, second generation outlaw. Just know. 2GO. Yep, those are my babies. That's where I got the name of the station from their group, which is the second generations of outlaws. So, now that you heard some of the undiscovered local and beyond local talented artists that we have here. Um, the music that I have here. Like I said, if you like anything you heard, interested in that artist, just give me a hit up on one of my entities and I will let you know. So now, get into the juicy part of the show. Well, I was promising you all this juicy, juicy information today. Okay, we're going to get into the healthiness, the mystical secrets of for wealth and health and happiness, okay? And I'm going to start with the flowers. Here are some flowers you may wish to get to know. And when I say get to know, you know their names, but that you don't really know their manifestation and how they were brought about and why they were given their names and why they were created the way they were created. So, I wanted to start out with something that is very common to us all, and everyone loves these, and these are so significant, and I believe that they're one of the first historical flowers, if I'm not mistaken. We have a lot of historical flowers, but this one is particularly very, very famous at any occasion, weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, and you know I'm speaking nothing but one and only but the rose. Okay, I want to start with that flower and why you should know about the rose. Okay, we know roses now, they come in all types of color. They even got black roses, so now they done went beyond since the historicals of the roses were manifested. The first historical evidence of the rose is from the time of the Sumerians. Their king Sargon the first talked about the rose tree, brought back from an expedition in 2684 BC in Homer Lied. During the time of England, Edwards, I having a white or red rose on your hat was a political statement. That whole country was split between two political fractions. Was flower symbols because of the conflict to remember forever as the War of the Roses? That's cute. Or the magical use. And these are the magical uses. That was his story, their story of the rose and how it came into about. And you can see their story is to symbolize, to separate the politicians' factions. That's why they came up with the forever, remember the ever conflicted phrase, War of the Roses. They even made a movie out of that, remember? So, but with that being said, the magical uses of the rose, whether it be white, pink, red, black, purple, whatever. Rose is still a rose. Like my girl Aretha Franklin said, "You still the power, baby girl." That's my song too. It's called "The Rose." All right. The magical uses is for roses is any love magic must use rose, either alone or in conjunctions with other flowers. If you have the impulse to buy roses, don't hesitate. It could mean that a new romance is coming into your life. If you cannot use fresh roses in your magic work, roses essence or rose water is also useful. Yes, I've had I had rose petals in my drink, the edible kind of rose petals. I have put rose petals in my bath. We use them for making a symbolic of love display for your significant others by putting a trail of rose petals on the floor, on the bed. Magical uses. And it makes your romantic efforts so much more powerful. I guess that's why that's called the rose. It's the essence. Couples who marry would do well to plant roses upon taking up residence in their first home together. By nourishing and feeding and watching the roses, which takes much care in its cultivation, it will be caring for and looking at your home as a own home of love and life. Wow. So the magical uses for the rose. Like I said, any love magic must use rose. Any magic, like you put, that's magic. You didn't know that when you put in the rose petals leading to from one spot to another. It's magic. You telling them the magical path to come to your love. Performers be given a rose or roses. Showing people be showing gratitude of their performance. And what I'm saying these things for, because it does has a magical feeling. The magical feeling, the magical use is the feeling, is what I'm trying to explain to you. Far as the rose, because it expresses on love. So, and love is always magical, regardless of what is put in, whatever ingredients put in. If love, if the word that's put in that ingredient for that particular verb or that particular thing, it's surrounded by love. So that's the magical uses for the rose. And like I said, it was trees were brought back from an expedition in 2684 BC, and ever since then they've been flourishing throughout time. And now they stand on top as one of the top flowers that we recognize as symbolizations of union of love or love period. So the rose, that's the uno flower. Then you have the tulip. This flower was originally grew wild in Persia, where it was said that it grew from the spilled blood of lovers. It was introduced into Europe about 1500 AD, and it would have sparked a mania for the flower yet to be equaled in the world. Really don't know too much about why it's sparked as a mania for the flower yet to be the equal in the world. I will have to go back and study some more on the tulip. But we know it was grown wild in Persia, and it was introduced to Europe back in about the 1500 AD. But the magical uses for the tulip, here they are. The tulip has the power to mend a broken heart. Its essence is uncomplicated, firm, and honest. So, you heard that? That's one thing. It mends and mends the broken heart. And then you have the red tulip. I didn't know you had red tulips. So you do. You have a red tulip, and that's the declaration of love as well. It coincides with the rose. So, and then you got all types of, they broke it down some more. Like I was just speaking of basically of the rose itself. And when you get into the colors of the rose, you got the rose acacia, that means friendship. You got the rose gardenium, that is preferred for as a personal gratification. And then you have the rosebud, which is confessions of love. Then you have the pink rose, which is romance, tender feelings. Then you have the red rose, which is of course the passion rose, red color rose. That means I love you. The white rose is for pure love and silence. You mostly see those at homegoing services. Your yellow rose, I didn't know this. The yellow rose means jealousy or unfaithfulness. So, if you ever given a yellow rose, you better really, really ask, what have you done? Because you heard it right here. Yellow rose is for jealousy and unfaithfulness. White rose is for pure love, which is silence. And the red rose is for passion, which states I love you. And the pink rose is for romance, and tender feelings, and the rosebuds are for confessions of love. See, I didn't even know the rose have all those manifestations and the magical uses. So just the color alone indicates a um, certain feeling that you have towards a person when you go into the roses. And I guess that's why I picked that flower first, because that's the only flower that I know that comes in a variety of different colors. Now, I told you they got black roses now. I don't know what those are meant for. I don't even see them in the book. The black rose. But that was on the one flower that I wanted to go over with you with, and the tulip, which has the power, like I said, to mend the broken hearts, and its essence is uncomplicated and firm and honest. So, check out the rose, and like I said, beware of those colors, because you want to get off the wrong message if you was to give somebody a rose. You want to make sure you're giving them the right color, and so they can know the right meaning behind your gift of rose. Or if you wanted to give somebody a gift of rose, remember these colors and what they stand for. You shouldn't go wrong. Okay? So, that was the flower, the two flowers, the flowers that we should get to know. I wanted to go over those two with you. I will bring my book back when we have time again like this to express and deliver you some more knowledge upon simple things that we've seen every day of our lives and never know that it went beyond just being a flower. You know, I knew the different colors. I learned about the different colors of roses as I gotten older, what they mean, but this really broke it down for me. I didn't really know this much knowledge of the color of roses and what the significant meanings are. So, we got that down. And I also wanted to talk to you about some magical recipes. Magical recipes. And what I mean by magical recipes, these are recipes that you can cook for certain affirmations for yourself. You know, it don't have to be really for no one else. I'm not going to break down and give you all the ingredients, but I'm just going to tell you the significant manifestation in making these magical recipes. I'm going to read off to you the honey apple pie and what's that for. And they have a love salsa. I'm going to give you those two recipes. And then it goes on. They got fertility soup. They got prosperity pasta sauce. They got so much stuff in here. Magical recipes. Then they got a magic healing soup, which consists of all the old ingredients that my grandmother used to tell me. I see onions as part of the first ingredients. And this is just a very wonderful book. Okay, well, let me get into the magical, the one recipe, one of the two recipes first. And that was the honey apple pie. And they say this honey apple pie magical recipe that they're giving in this book is for beauty and youth. It says the apple is a mythic emblem of love, immortality, and magic. And if you go back, you remember in Snow White, that apple was the biggest part of that story. You know, coming from the witch, getting to Snow White, and to what happened to her, that apple played a big role. So, just getting back to this, the nectar of the honey apple baked pie is for beauty and youth. Like I said, the apple is the mythic of emblem of love, immortality, and magic. Norse, the myth tells of gods who keep themselves eternally young by partaking of the golden apples of the Iduna, the goddess of the youth and spring. Welsh legend links the apples and law of the treads of the island demands the death and penalty for felling an apple tree, significant its sacred nature. as a symbol of Greek myth. Although the commonly accepted as the forbidden fruit, no mention of the apple is to be found in the Bible story of Eve's temptations. That's the only part. That's what I said. That apple plays a big part in a lot of stories. The tree of knowledge is of good and evil. Growing in the Garden of Eden bore and sent different fruit. Beyond its magical virtue, the apple is also delicious and its beautiful state. Apples were so popular as a dessert in the ancient Rome, and in the Emperor Claudius praised an apple pie made with honey and spices. Here is the recipe for the pie that will make you as beautiful, Aphrodite, and tempting as Eve. I might want to read you these ingredients. Wow. And it even breaks down into, okay, I'm just going to read you the ingredients of the honey apple pie for beauty and youth. It says to make this pie when a waxy moon is in Venus, the sign of Libra, which is like now, and Taurus, especially on Friday. When you light the oven, light a blue candle over the stove. Place a little flour or confectioner's sugar in a small dish. As you add each ingredient, place a little bit of your purpose in the shell with it, so that when the shell is full of apples, it will also be full of your new beauty. Wow. When the pie comes out of the oven, snuff the candle, in the dish of sugar and flour, and empty the dish into the garden. And remember, this is supposed to keep you as beautiful as Aphrodite, as tempting as Eve. Okay, so these ingredients is a 2.9-inch pie shell, frozen, 5 cups of tart apples, sliced, 1 teaspoon of flour, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Sound like your basic ingredients for a regular apple pie, but they just got a large cup of honey. So remember, this is the honey apple pie, and it's supposed to be make during the waxy moon in Venus, which is in the sign of Libra, which is the time is now in this time frame. So if you make this pie now within these moons that we're having, because we had a beautiful full moon night before last, and we had one on last weekend. I think it was on Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, these beautiful moons are coming in either at the beginning of the weeks or on the weekends. And this is when you're supposed to do these magical recipes. And like I said, this recipe is for the honey apple pie that I just read to you, was for beauty and youth. Okay? And you have to do it around the waxy moon when it's in Venus and the sign of Libra or Taurus. That's the only time that pie work for beauty and youth. Now go baking it around Cancer, July time, because it ain't gonna work. You have to follow these instructions. These recipes in this magical world of affirmations and of your walk of your journey of being awake. All of this take parts in your day. Like you see, we do this every time before we start the show. I do this every morning. I do it sometimes at night when I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't sleep. When I get through that point, that means it's meditation time. So I burn it then, and after I meditate and read a few things, or just meditate on the stars and the moon, or the night sky, I usually be so relaxed where I end up going right back to sleep. So, those were the ingredients. Like I said, it was basically back to the basics of having a regular apple pie, homemade baked apple pie. But you have to do it at these times in order to receive the benefits of the affirmation of the beauty and the youth. Okay, so nothing else different as far as after you cook it or anything. There's no different works to the pie than Nothing else. Everything was done within the ingredients when you were baking it. Okay, now the love saucer. Now this saucer is supposed to be food for en bloc of chamomile. The feet is for feasting. It's like a dip you have on the side for, your tortilla chips. Some people like to put it on certain rice dishes or certain chicken dishes or what have you. Because it's based, salad based, like salsa is salad, like a salad based sauce. So it has all your like tomatoes, your cilantro, and your green peppers and all that stuff in it. So, but this love salsa is made differently. So here we go. This food is for, like I said, the en bloc or the Candlemas, the feast on February the 1st that celebrates rebirth and new beginnings, as with the magic recipe. So make the love salsa around February the 1st for that new rebirth and that new beginning. And light a candle on the stove, a small dish, collect the pinches of your non-perishable ingredients. This is with every magical recipe. You have to have that little sauce to the side to collect the ingredients, so when you finish, you can do the affirmation that will encourage the magic of the food, of the recipe. So, like I said, it's you have to use salt, pepper, sugar, and place all your purposes in your recipe with your ingredients. And when your recipes is same thing, you turn out the candle and put the candle and put it out, smudge it out with the dish of the salt and the empty dish of the in the garden. Pour it in your garden as well. Okay, so, and it's served with corn chips to someone who you wish to fall in love with. So it has to be done around the 1st of February, which celebrates and symbolizes rebirth and new beginnings. Because actually, folks, spring is actually the beginning of our year. It's not January. So that's why you see this book says February. It passed January, went straight to February, saying it symbolizes, when you make this love salsa, it symbolizes rebirth and new beginnings for this magical love salsa. So you have to do around the 1st of February. But to get back to, I was just letting you know that we've been told that our new year is in January. No, our new beginning of every year is in spring. That's when things are being reborn, rebirthed, and God is replenishing His earth. So, the salsa ingredients is 2 very large ripe tomatoes, 1 small onion, 1 can of serrano chiles, a tablespoon of cilantro, which I said, fresh leaves, real fine chopped, salt and pepper to taste, and a dash of sugar. And you gotta peel the tomatoes finely, chop up the onions, remove the seeds from the child peppers, and chop everything up real fine into a bowl. And once you mix everything up, and you let it refrigerate, and it's served cold. So, 2 large tomatoes, onions, can of serrano chiles, and cilantro, salt, and pepper. There you have it. You have your love salsa. Remember, though, you got to do it around the 1st of February, which is also, it's a coincidence because for it to be the love salsa, and you only can do it to get the magical affirmations out of it on the 1st of February, and you know what 13 days later is what? Valentine's Day. That's so ironic for it to be the 1st of February that this magical love salsa will build your affirmations. I just thought that was just something else that I have scoped out, that is 13 days before Valentine's Day, the love salsa. So you can make that on the 1st of February, and you can be ready, already putting your affirmation in for your loved one before the Valentine's. You got 13 days to go. You can make that salsa first, and then 13 days ago, your love affirmations should all be filled. Everything that you wish to have with that special someone should all be already be concocted with that love salsa. So, that was the information and knowledge on the mysteries or secrets for wealth and health and happiness. About know the flowers of what they are and what they stand for, and those magical recipes. Now, getting to the juicy juice of what we love. The birthday readings, the language of the birthdays. I'm going to start with the 10192019ers, which is October today's date. Those who were born on October 19th, you have, let me see who was born famous on your day. Let me see. There's a lot of people here, but I'm just trying to see if there's anybody that we know. Oh, Marilyn Bell. She was a distance swimmer. She swam the Lake Ontario and English Channel. Evander Holyfield was born on today's date. Today is his birthday. Peter Tosh, he's a Jamaican reggae singer, songwriter. Happy birthday, Evander. Yeah, today is his birthday. Let me see who else. I said Peter Tosh, the Jamaican reggae singer, songwriter. And let me see who else. That's all I see that we probably will be able to really connect with. So, there are some of us born on this, some magical people born on this day that are in this book. And this is an old book. But, with that being said, here we go, Evander Holyfield. Those who are born on October the 19th are independent, spirited, and outspoken people who bring liveliness to their surroundings. They are, however, highly opinionated, stubborn in their own approach to life. Because of their continuous nature, they do not only love to partake in competition, but they also may be unfortunately bring strife and conflict wherever they go. Constant theme in their life is revealing hidden truths, and therefore they have the great dislike for ulterior motives, subtle emotional manipulations, and punishment through silence. They tend to be explosive when angry, but after the storm has passed, they generally do not hold grudges and are open to reconciliations. Perhaps the driving force behind the proactive nature to their desires is mentioned above to bring things to light, or better yet, to shine the light of truth on the object of their interest. And you October 19ers, y'all day is called the Day of the Projector. So, take that word projector. I was probably going to explain that to you. So that's why it says perhaps the driving force behind their provocative nature is their desires to, as I mentioned above, of being independent and spirited and outspoken. So that's projecting. That independence, that spirit, that outspokenness. The day of the projector. They project that energy. So that's why these people born on this day, like Evander Holyfield, he projected them punches when he was boxing. He projected where he wanted to go. Bam, because he's a projector. Anyways, we finished reading here. It says, less highly involved individuals born on October the 19th can be terribly afraid of having the truth about themselves exposed. Whoa. So you like to project stuff, but you don't like stuff being projected about you. Alrighty, October 19ers. They can, however, develop themselves by gradually dropping these defenses until a moment of personal triumph. They stand fully revealed with their fear and shame, much like someone afraid of heights who finally manages to scale the highest peak. In the prospect of their triumph over shyness and introversions would be much greater than for the average person. So you 1-9ers, October 1-9ers, you guys are projective, outspoken, very high-spirited, but then you also have a shy side to you, where you will drop back and fall back. But Libras are like that because you guys, y'all stay in that balance, you know what I'm saying? You know, you could be outspoken on one hand when the scale is tilted, then you can balance it back out with being triumphant, overly shyness in an introversion way within yourself. So that's why that Libra scale be like, I guess, go like that. You guys have to balance yourself out. And as you can see, your number is 1. And your symbols is a circle with a dot and a period in the middle. I mean, that's like a continuous flow of, let me read it here before I try to read the sign from my knowledge. It says here, those born on the 19th of the month are ruled by number 1 plus 9, which is 10, plus 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. And by the sun, because of October the 19th, people are born on the first day of the Libra-Scorpio cusp, which is strongly influenced by the both Venus and Libra and Pluto Scorpio. There is an invitingly strong sexual dynamic in their lives, as well as a tendency to become possessive and controlling in relationships. Those ruled by the number 1 tend to be ambitious, dislike restraint, and demand first positions. Wow. Okay, and it says, far as your tarot card symbol is the major arcana is the sun, which is considered the most favorable of all the major arcana cards, symbolizing knowledge, vitality, good fortune due to both of their numbers. On tarot card, October the 19th, people are granted strong sun influences, and it must be noted, however, that they're misusing such power can bring disastrous effects since October people are already so caught up in the controlling aspect of relationships. They must be aware of promoting false values, easy promises, and superficial, so they won't be superficial to all types. So, you have one of the most important cards that the day that you were born on, and that's the sun. And advice, it says, learn to value the silence. Occasionally let your actions speak for themselves. Balance your desires to be independent with your need for companionship, and don't assume that people will always forgive you. When you meditate, it says to be a person chained into care. The shadows on the wall are reality. Your strengths are insistent, independent, and lively. Your weaknesses are argumentative, disturbing, and possessive. Wow, Libras. That's grand. And let's see, Brother Nico's here, the owner of the station. His birthday, I believe he said, is coming up on, you said the 20th or the 21st? Okay. And that would be Monday, the second day of the week. It said that's the day of singularity. There's no doubt that the October 21st people are distantly different from those around them, both in their personalities and in their views. Although they can be charming, appealing in socially and professionally situations, they often are more challenging, even difficult to read when their personal affairs are concerned. Indeed, their relationships are highly uncomplex and made no easier by their critical or sometimes continuous nature. The 21st people value harmony and tranquility greatly, and will often insist on pleasing small things could bother them, and failing of loved ones can really get under their skin. Freeing themselves negatively values of their parents, society, and social circle can be preoccupational for October the 21st people. After spending a lifetime refusing what they do not believe, they may reach a kind of Buddhist detachment in their personality lives. However, it's far more difficult for them to break attachments. Even when relationships is not working, they may spend years weighing the merits and drawbacks of their love life. It said discuss and speak speech are usually the fortes of the October the 21st people. They love to talk and they're good at it. In their professional lives, they are capable of touching many and leaving a lasting imprint on still more. Interestingly enough, those born on this day often think so little of the magic they are working that they can be shocked when others, even years later, remember something wonderful that they did. Laughter and having fun, but are basically seriously, and in some cases even tragic people, their great capacity to entertain and to act on the stage of life, theater makes them sought after for any social group. Okay, and it says also, October the 21st people have very clear ideas about proper behavior, not implying by any means that they are conservative in their viewpoints, but they all do have a feeling of tradition in their family life. Okay, I see that. I see that in you. Those born on this day must learn to ask for and accept help from their mate or children before that point. Have a highly aware orientation that is impressive and commands respect. They can suffer the downside, however, though, being overly conscious and being who finds it difficulty or impossible to fully relax. It is not easy for them to be quiet. Their active mind and clear their inner screen. Although theirs born on this day may be drawn to all types of attractive, volatile personalities, they great needs for stability both in domestic life and career. Your major tarot card, your numbers are 3. Your number is 3. Yep, my favorite number, because 2 plus 1 is 3. And by expansive planet Jupiter, number 3 people are often ambitious, sometimes dictatorial. Those born on must therefore avoid becoming too powerfully dominant. Number 3 people can generally arouse negative feelings, particularly jealousness others. This may be compounded by the fact that the number 21 has associated with a physical beauty, particularly for women. The combined influence of Jupiter, Venus and Libra rulers, and Pluto and Scorpio rulers can make for excess, even catastrophe of love affairs. Okay, your card is the major arcanic, the World. Wow. Which despite the goddess running with the God and goddesses running with the energy giving rods in their hands. He or she stimulates the world, display the truth. He or she eliminates the power of the card, symbolizes of the attainable of the earthly plane. So you guys y'all keep the pace of how the energy flows through the world. I didn't know that. Also, born on this day, the advice it gives for you is that quiet your soul, back off sometimes rather than jumping in, thus leaving others in peace. Be less critical, if possible. Then learn to acceptance and remember the power of love. Share your talents with the world. Your strengths are inspirational and attractive, verbal. Your weaknesses are self-destructive, addictive, and argumentative. That's a balance too. That's weird. And also on your day of birth, Mr. Nico, we have the New York Yankee baseball pitcher of all-time leader, World Series, Cy Young. was born on your day. Also, let me see. Oh, Carrie Fisher, the film actress, was born on Monday. Oh, Dizzy Gillespie was born on the 21st. So you have what I said. Cy Young, the New York Yankee baseball pitcher, all-time World Series wins, and you have Dizzy Gillespie, and I said someone else too. But these are the famous people that was born on your day. And like I said, your strengths were inspirational and attractive and verbal, and your weakness is self-destructive and addictive and argumentative. So that was the one and only Mr. Nico's day. So I hope you guys got some perks and ticks out of that. And for the last 4 minutes, I'm gonna try to get over this little local information. Like I said, if you go on my entity page, you can see where this photo came from, the place I went to called Suit for Change. And like I said, for you to get, you have to get an appointment. You have to set an appointment, and it's for those who less unfortunately, if you're looking for this is a place you go to like Bread for the City or Some or Martha's Table, and you can sign up for these different programs through a caseworker at those sites, and they will help you get the appointments and the schedules. And they have several locations. They have one in Silver Spring. It's called something else. But this was particular was up in Northwest, on 15th L Street Northwest. And what these nonprofit organizations do, what they do is provide clothing for unfortunate ones. If you need dress apparel for a new job, like receptionist, or you have to, they'll get you really fitted for whatever job that you got or you trying to pursue. They'll get you fitted with suits, tops and bottoms that'll be, appropriate for the type of job that you're going for. So check them out. Go to your local resource centers and ask them about the Suited for Change. If you're getting ready to get a new job and you don't have the gear and you don't have the money to go get the gear, check at those resource places and they will help you get the gear you need to be prepared and be successful for that job. Also, at the Community of Hope, yours truly will be start volunteering there. The location I will be volunteering at will be the Elvins Road location. That's 2375 Elvins Road Southeast, which is the new Horning Brothers development. They donated this facility to Ward 8 as a remake, because it used to be a small little office somewhere, I think, and then they just came in and built the place up, and now you have several communities of hopes around the DC area. So go to these community hope centers. It's one on Atlantic Street Southwest. There's one in the Commons. That's over off I think that's in Northeast. The Conway Health Resource Center. Yeah, that's in Northeast over there. I think that's off of Kenilworth or Eva Benner Road. But they have 3 locations. Here they go, right here. The Conway Health Resource Center. I'm sorry. The Conway Community Hope Center is on the Forfick Atlanta Street. Then you have the Family of Health and Birth Center, which is a Community of Hope Center, which has the Family and Birth Center in there. That's at 801 17th Street Northeast. And then you have the Marie Reed Health Center. That's on Champaign Street Northwest. And then you have the Commons at Stanton, which is my Community of Hope Center, which is on Elvins Road. So Those are the 3 places that you can go. And they also have Martha's tables in each of those locations where you can go and get your calendar to get your free groceries and all the other activities they do in the communities of each of those locations. You can find the Community Hope. Go in, visit them. If you are disabled and a newly senior with nothing to do and you want to give back to the community, it's a beautiful way to give back by volunteering your expertise to these community resource centers. And you could end up with a permanent job. With that being said, thank you for joining me solely on another TGO special, and I think it's a beautiful Saturday. Don't sleep. Stay warm because it's going to get colder, and I'll see you next week. One love, one thug, the true honor under God. Peace. See you next week.